You are watching a master at work.
Yo, what's going on? What is going on, y'all? Let me chat this in. I try to give myself 2 minutes. I probably should make my intro about 5 minutes because it it definitely takes some time. I gotta share this to a group. I gotta share it to Instagram. I gotta share it to TikTok. It takes a while to click all these share buttons. I don't know why these social media handles made it so difficult to share all these things, but by the time I get the live actually starts, it's like it's already too late. I'm not done yet, but we're cool. We're here. You guys are here. I am almost done. I'm doing my tags for everyone, and then we'll officially get started. Let me see everyone here. Bam. All right, so we officially started, or we're ready. Pretty much what I'm going over today. If you guys aren't tech nerdy, I'm going to show you a full automation of an onboarding automation. So my personal onboarding automation, I'm going to be showing you guys a share screen and going over like what each thing does and why it's important. So you can see why automators charge what they charge, and you can see what actually goes on behind the scenes. And I'll describe what's happening throughout. I'll give you the nose, and then I'll answer some FAQ. So if you guys have questions at any point, feel free to ask your questions. Otherwise, sit back and relax. So a breakdown of what I'm talking about is whenever someone signs up for the CRM, whenever somebody signs up for a T Business Suite account, the automation that I want to happen is the onboarding automation with my assistant Sheena. So that's what they're going to get a tag, and this is the actual onboarding sequence. I need those two things to happen so that way they'll get a text message to sign up. Sheena can get them on her calendar, and we can get everyone enrolled. Otherwise, we're going to be manually enrolling everybody, and that's time consuming. So we'll come in and we'll see how it looks. So you can see I got a couple weight triggers and things like that. So when someone signs up for T Business Suite, pretty much the global product is the T Business Suite with AI. So whenever someone signs up, either through Dan or through any of my landing pages, what's going to happen is they get a course, they get an offer to the course, which is my AI automation mastery. Pretty much just gives you everything you need to know on how to build your AI, what you need to change, what you need to fix, and things like that. Then it's going to give you group access. This adds you to our automation network group, which is pretty much our full T Business Suite group that teaches you all the things within T Business Suite, all the things about your AI chatbot, how to build funnels, how to build automations, the who's, the how's, the hims, the haws. So that adds you to those two things. So those two things are automatically granted once you pay. And then you'll get a welcome text. So the welcome text is, this is your next step. This gives you access to Shayna's calendar. And then what happens is it's going to be a wait step. So the wait step has a condition that the person needs to be tagged with a new tag with a new onboarding client tag. Now, this is where we have to pause because we have to create another automation, and then I'll come back to explain the rest. We remember, we're waiting until the person gets tagged with an onboarding new client tag in order to go through the rest of this funnel. And that's where this next automation comes in. This is pretty much saying when someone books a appointment in the onboarding call calendar, which is Sheena's specific calendar, we want them to be tagged with the new onboarding client. That's it. Pretty much the only way to get that tag is to be specifically scheduled on Sheena's calendar. And then we'll go back. So now that someone's tagged, actually before that, what this wait step does is it says, is the person tagged? Do they have that tag? Yes or no? If they have the tag, we'll remove them from the workflow because that means they've scheduled a call with Sheena and they're on her calendar. If someone does not have the tag, what it's going to do is it's going to time out after 24 hours. It's going to time out after 24 hours, and then it's going to send them a reminder text. So that you can see here, the reminder text has different verbiage than the welcome text. Looks like you haven't scheduled your onboarding yet. Don't forget, so we can get you situated, and it sends her the link. It sends them the link again. The 1 day. The next thing is going to be another 1 day wait to see if they can get that onboarding text, and then it times out after a day. It says, did they schedule? Yes or no. If they did schedule the second time, it removes them from the workflow. If they didn't, it'll send them another reminder text, which is kind of like a final reminder text to say like, hey, we sent you 2 emails. We sent you 2 text messages to sign up. Please make sure you get signed up so you get the onboarding process done. If they don't do that, then what I'll probably do, actually, I'll do this live with you guys. So what I'll do here is I'm going to take this wait step, copy all actions from here, and then I'll put them under this one. So pretty much they have reminder text, and I'll name this one final reminder text, right? That gives them a final reminder. We're going to wait another day to see if they got that tag after they got the final reminder. If they did, it'll remove them from the workflow. If they didn't, instead of sending them another text message, we'll delete this out. Yes. We're going to send an internal notification. So send internal notification, type email, and it's going to come from the company. So we'll say user full name, email is going to be user email, and the to user type is going to be particular user, and we're going to make this user Sheena because this is specifically for Sheena's calendar. So we're going to say need to contact, and then we're going to say, hey, because it's Sheena, we could write her name here, but what I'm going to do is say user, and it's going to be first name. Since Sheena is the selected user, it'll automatically pre-fill her name in here. But we'll say, hey, Sheena, looks like, and then because we want it to be custom, we'll go back and say contact full name has signed up with us, but hasn't booked an onboarding call with you. Can you please reach out to them and get them onboarded, right? Their contact number is, and then we'll go back to the custom tags. It's already under contact. We'll put phone number and then say their email is, go back to custom values and put their email. So now what this email is going to look like is going to say, hey, username, which is Sheena. Looks like contact name. Let's say the contact is Bob. Bob has signed up with us but hasn't booked an onboarding call. Can you please reach out to them? This is their number. This is their email. And then thanks. Save. All right. So this internal notification, I like to name everything. So I'll say email to Sheena for onboarding. Or I'll say for manual onboarding. For manual onboarding, right? And then I'll just remove them from workflow either way. So what we just created here, save, and I'll make sure to save my work. So what we just created here was a full onboarding process where we added them to the course, we added them to a group, we sent out several reminder texts, we sent out calendar texts, we had wait steps, and we had conditions. It's a lot. It's a lot because you have to know what specific things you're going to add them to, who you're going to put where, how long you want to wait, what are you going to send them. You can actually add emails if you want. So this is a welcome text. I could go in and add a send email step. You need all the email stuff, and I'll probably do that off live. but this is just a basic onboarding automation. So you can see whenever someone signs up for the T Business Suite with AI, they'll get the course granted, they'll get the group granted, they'll get the welcome text, and then it gets them to try to schedule with us to get their onboarding taken care of. It gets them a 1 day wait. Here's your reminder. So we're on day 2. It gets them a 2nd day wait. Here's your reminder. Then it goes to day 3. And by day 3, it sends Sheena an email to reach out to this person to get them onboarded. That way, no one goes more than 3 days without being onboarded or without at least being scheduled to be onboarded. So that way we can have no hiccups. I don't want anybody to say, oh, you guys didn't reach out to me, or nobody helped me out, and things of that nature, where we were trying to reach out to you. It just so happens, you guys didn't you didn't take the initiative. What's on, Nick on IG? What is going on, bro? My boy Nick in here. I got IG popping. TikTok's up on the computer screen. What's going on, TikTok? If y'all got questions, man, I don't have the TikTok going on the computer. But if y'all have questions, I'll check those out in a sec. So let's get back to it. Let me check on the Facebook. I don't know if Facebook leaving comments or not. I'm hoping not. All right, so I got a couple questions and things like that, and then I got it in the group. So we're good. We're pretty good. Let me get back to it, and that's pretty much it. Actually, I don't really. Let me get back to me. Let's get back to me. I was showing them an onboarding automation. So pretty much whenever I onboard people to the CRM, or whenever my leads, onboard people to the CRM, what happens, like what we have to actually build and what gets sent out in the process, and just kind of explaining to them what we do, just so they can know like how complex automation is. Like we had weight triggers, we had conditions, we had text messages getting sent out to the lead, we had text messages getting sent out to the team. It's a lot. But again, it's not as complicated once you understand automations. It can be if you don't understand automation. That's why you guys pay us. But it can be more complex depending on what you want. If you wanted certain conditions to be met, you can hit that. If you wanted certain conditions to not happen, it's a bunch, man. It doesn't really matter. Another thing is, let's go back. Let's go to the sales pipeline. So these are the AIs. So regardless of which flow, am I still sharing? I'm not sure. Yep, I'm sitting here talking and I'm not sure. Of understanding what has to do what and what goes where. Let's see what TikTok's got. No questions on TikTok? Join to be a guest. No, I don't got no questions on TikTok, but we're good. TikTok doesn't have TikTok Live for Mac. It's only for Windows, which is crazy. I'm eligible for TikTok Live, and it only works for Windows, which is crazy. I don't know, like everybody has Apple, but you don't have it, so Apple can do it. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on. I wanted to jump on and show you guys a simple automation. I just showed you that one in about 20 minutes, but when I build it out, I kind of have to brainstorm these things. I have to say, okay, I want this to do this. I want this to do that. When this triggers this, I have to make sure that that condition is met and it fires off somewhere else or it stops something else. It's a bunch of thinking. And a lot of times when we're talking to these customers or talking to these new business owners, they don't have the full picture of what they want built, and they're expecting me to build it, which is adds to the plate because it's like, okay, what do you want? I want 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well, what happens if they do 2 and they don't get to 3? Oh, well, we can send a reminder text. Okay, you didn't say that. Well, what happens if they get the reminder text, but then they still don't book? Oh, I want to do that. I'm pulling that information out of you, and it takes time for me to write it all down and to think for you and do that, as opposed to just letting us do it. Just giving me the customer journey and having us build it for you. But again, having us build it for you is going to cost more than us teaching you how to build it, and that's where the business comes in. So that's it. I didn't have much. 20 minutes. We hit the mark. I gotta edit my video for the day because you guys know I'm on a 30-day challenge for my content. Today's day 26. I got like 4 more days left. We already made the content. I just gotta edit it and put it out. So I had that for you shortly.